The thing I love about solo challenges is just trying to get better results all the time. And look at poor Lugia. He's stuck at the top of the A tier, and that just doesn't feel right to me. This thing is amazing. As a kid, I did not appreciate just how amazing it was because it is an amazing tank. Ho-Oh always was just my favorite because it one-hit everything, and I was like, yeah, that feels much better. Also, I played silver version first, so my Ho-Oh was level 70 when I caught it, and yeah, that's probably why it one-shot everything. Level 40 Lugia going into the league is not exactly going to be one-hitting things. I want to mention problem with my methodology, which is I use hidden power, and the thing about Lugia is that Ho-Oh benefits significantly more from hidden power than Lugia does, because Ho-Oh gets tripped up at the league if it doesn't have hidden power ice to defeat Lance. It has serious struggles against the Aerodactyl, which does 4 times damage with Rock Slide. The illegal Rock Slide, I will remind you. In this case, Lugia lost that match by like 2 minutes. Ever since then, I've been thinking about Lugia, and I'm like, I want to get this thing better results. I'm still going to do it with hidden power, because that's how I rank my Pokemon, but I'm going to get it better results today. It has been a year. Hopefully, I'm going to get the best result that I have got in Pokemon Crystal to date tonight. We are going to have to get a time under an hour and 23 minutes and 5 seconds. That will beat Ho-Oh's best time. Lugia's current time is 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 22 seconds. Well, worst case scenario, we'll get a time around what we got before, over an hour and 25 minutes. But I would really like to get a time under an hour and 25 minutes. That is my goal. Lugia had 0 resets last time, so even 1 reset here might be devastating. But I think that just my experience from playing the games for a whole other year and thinking about Pokemon for a whole other year is probably going to be more than enough to shave like 1 to 5 minutes off the playthrough. My prediction right now would be like a 1 hour and 22 minutes time. Just beating Ho-Oh, but not like by a significant margin. I can't imagine a time under an hour and 20 minutes with a Pokemon that isn't like Mewtwo. So yeah, let's do this. Lugia, Pokemon Crystal, can I get my best time yet? Let's see. Okay, let's go through the stats. 106 HP, 90 attack, 130 defense. Again, this thing is an absolute defensive beast. 90 special attack, 154 special defense, and then a 110 speed. Okay, move pool. We got like everything. Aeroblast. Last time I recorded my video, I did not know that it has a high crit chance. It has a high crit chance. So this move's really good. Unfortunately, it has small PP, which is typical for my videos. So we're going to have to make do and struggle a little bit. So it's really important to give a 1-character nickname. We're going with Z because it was closest after I made that mistake. Not so that we save time there in the nicknaming phase, but so we save time throughout the entire playthrough, because every battle, it has to render my Pokemon's name, and each character takes a frame. So if we have less characters on the nickname, then it goes faster. Okay, here we go. We should one-shot this. Yep, easy. We're a slow growth rate Pokemon, unfortunately. I did a Generation 3 Emerald playthrough with Aerodactyl earlier today. And slow growth rate Pokemon. Oh, gosh. That one will come to the channel sometime in May. So Aeroblast gets the same type attack bonus. It is a high crit rate move, and it is going to get the type boost from Falkner's Badge, as well as benefit from the attack boost that Falkner's Badge gives. So after we defeat Falkner, Lugia is going to be pretty buff. The fight against Falkner shouldn't be that hard. I also have my berry. Save just in case, but like I shouldn't reset here. Lugia is really consistent because it's so defensive. Okay, let's do this. 1 hit. Hope you like the trainer graphics that show up automatically now, by the way. Why does the first gym have money sign layout? I never thought of that. It is a money sign. Also, my flying type can learn Mud Slap. That's funny. Rip Gligar. I'm going to teach it Mud Slap now, so it has more PP. So I always do things in this order. I heal here, then I talk to the lab assistant who runs away after clearing my path, and then I go to the PC and deposit the egg so that it doesn't hatch and waste time. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Hopefully Slowpoke guy will not catch me. He does not on the way down. So I want to grab Swift, and it's gonna be better to teach it right now because we get Headbutt immediately after, but just having a little bit more power and oomph. So yeah, if you look at Aeroblast's power, it says 168, so that is stab plus the 12.5% type-based boost from Bugsy's badge. And then if you're like, Scott, what about the boost that Falkner's badge gives to your attack stat? Is that accounted for? Yes, in the bottom left. If you didn't know this already, when you defeat all of the rockets here in Slowpoke Well, Kurt heals you. So I can actually avoid the center altogether here. And then if I buy the Abra, there is a point where I can teleport to Violet City and skip a bunch of stuff, walking. This strat is much, much better in Gold and Silver than it is in Crystal, just because they make you talk to Floria up by Sudowoodo in Crystal, whereas you don't have to do that in Gold and Silver. So you can just teleport back to Violet City, skip everything north of Goldenrod City, and then clear the Sudowoodo and progress. And I hopefully won't get caught by that Beedrill guy. Come on, please don't catch me. Now! That's a bummer. Okay, Bugsy, here we go. This should be a series of 3 Aeroblasts. Boom. Easy. Oh, I missed. Okay, I think I got to heal. It doesn't matter, though. Teleporting back to Violet City is not a huge time save in Crystal. I'm going to save before this, because he has a Ghastly that has Hypnosis, and it can also lick you and then paralyze you, so you got to be safe. Okay, done. Okay, so now we access Headbutt. Okay, so this is going to be way better than... I actually don't think I need Safeguard. I might keep it for Morty just in case. Let's get rid of Swift. Okay. Now, we have a weakness here. The Miltank. Just let's hope for nothing crazy on the Clefairy. No Perish Song. Okay, we just one-shot it. I should 2-hit with Aeroblast. Oh. No, we're good. 2-hit with Aeroblast. Good. Whitney's Badge. This one gives a boost to normal type moves, so Headbutt's going to get a boost. And I'm going to get a boost to my speed. Okay, Hidden Powers, Hidden Power Ice. I'm going to teach it in the place of Mud Slap. Nah, Gust is useless. We're just going to get rid of it. Yeah, why does Lugia learn Aeroblast before Gust? Because it's its signature move, but like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Okay, one-hit that. I should one-hit this. Oh, I don't. I'm pretty low leveled, though, because I'm slow growth rate. Aeroblast this. Should be 2-hit. Should have Swifted there for the second one. I'll Headbutt this for accuracy. Oh, I thought it was going to one-hit. Gosh. Okay, so here's the trick. You have to unleash the legendary beasts in Crystal, but as soon as they run away, you don't have to talk to Yusin. So you can just escape rope out if you really want to, and skip his dialogue. If you have a Pokemon that knows Dig, like Paris, for instance, you can also do that trick. So I outspeed all of his Pokemon. I just hope I don't miss with Aeroblast. That's why I have the Mint Berry. I don't know if I'm going to one-hit the Gengar, but I think I will. Who's the better Crystal runner? I don't know. He's good. He's really good. We have slightly different rules, too, so like it's hard to compare people. I'm always just competing against myself, not against other people. Okay, Shadow Ball. That'll be useful for Will, but not now. All right, Dennis, let's go. I don't think anyone can learn Strength. Lugia can learn Strength, of course. Fine, I got the good rod. Ha, Lugia being Dragon Water. It would be so good if it was Dragon Water. Am I not going to catch this? Oh my gosh, that's so painful. There's no Mart here. That probably killed my time. That alone. That's got to be one of the worst fails on the Krabby I've ever had. That's probably the worst one. Can't believe that. Oh no! This is so bad! Everything is falling apart right now. If we still beat the time with this mistake as well as missing Surf, I will be blown away. I don't think it's possible now. I'm going to Sharp Beak here and send a Mint Berry. Maybe a little risky, but I think if Aeroblast misses and I get Hypnosis, but I should just one-hit both of these. I'm not going to teach Lugia Fly. Fly is such a trash move. So in Generation 4, it got a power upgrade to 90, but in Generation 2, it only has 70 power, which makes like no sense. Okay, Recover. Recover, we really want Recover. We don't want Headbutt anymore. Bye-bye, Headbutt. All right, so up next is Price, and you will tell that my narration is quite different here. That's because I'm doing it after the fact, because during this battle on the live stream, I really didn't say anything about Price, because he's just really bad. I one-shot both the Seal and the Dugong. Unfortunately, Aeroblast isn't quite able to take the Piloswine out, and then Price uses a Hyper Potion, so I have to take 2 more hits with Surf to take it down. So yeah, that's why I didn't say anything about that battle. He was absolutely awful. Up next is Jasmine, of course, and this battle is also quite easy, so I didn't say anything about it. I can one-shot both of the Magnemites with Surf, And then the Steelix also falls to a single hit. So with her out of the way, now let's head back to the stream's audio. So I like going for the more powerful moves earlier on in this fight, because if the coughing sets up smokescreen on like the first coughing, then you're going to have a world of hurt throughout the rest of the fight because you have more chances to miss. So if you can just knock them out consistently earlier on, then the fight is overall just a little bit more consistent. Fight the rival. He's bad. The rival is really bad. The best team is in Azalea Town. The second best team is in the, what's it called? Burn Tower. Then after that, the rival's just not good. Oh, if I lose here, this is funny. Come on. Here we go. Like, what is he doing with a Magnemite? Okay, so he paralyzed me. It's really annoying. The Sneasel is so bad. I'll just heal against it. Feraligatr. I love Feraligatr. He was my choice starter as a kid. I'll never forget that. What are these? Stop! Are you kidding me? 4 flinches. 4 flinches. I cannot believe that. Paraflinched, like, just brutal. Yeah, and a crit. Like, that was so bad. So one thing I am trying to apply to this playthrough is my last playthrough that I did with Lugia. I was like really fancy with my moveset, whereas this time I'm just trying to like brute force. Like, let's not get fancy. Let's just teach 3 good moves and sweep through the game. Rather than like being very precise about which battles have which moves, that sort of thing. The PP up, I should use it. I'm also going to grab the protein, because that's why I didn't that's why I didn't buy 4 protein before, so I can use this one. Okay, Clara's easy. I crit the Kingdra. By the way, in my last video, I crit the Kingdra like 5 times. It was ridiculous. I didn't save. I was trying to get a breath mint. Turn my phone off. And I didn't save. Well, he's bad, right? He's bad. Oh no. Okay, well that's good. It didn't paralyze me. As long as it doesn't paralyze me, I'm okay. Like, it teleports you back to your house. I don't know if anyone ever knew that. I didn't as a kid. Bye-bye, Surf. Hello, Shadow Ball. Okay, so now it is time to take on the Elite Four. And here I want to explain how I was actually thinking about this voiceover when I was doing the stream. I was just like talking and reacting to things and answering questions in chat, that sort of thing. However, when I did my more recent stream, the Ampharos stream, and I cut it into a stream highlight video, during every major battle, I gave myself a mental note to narrate it in the way that I would if I was doing a fully produced video. That way, in post, I could cut together all the sections of the stream into a semi-coherent video. Unfortunately, when I was filming this Lugia run, I hadn't thought of doing these stream highlights yet. I was actually really against doing them, just because I thought it was going to be a lot of work and that no one would watch them or enjoy them. Turns out, on my Ampharos video, I got overwhelming comments saying that everyone liked these kinds of videos, so I'm gonna try and do them in the future and see if it is viable. Okay, so let's catch up with where Lugia is in this portion of the playthrough. And yeah, I'm facing Bruno. Obviously, I'm a flying type. I have the Sharp Beak and Arrow Blast, so he is not going to be able to do anything to me. After I finish off the Machamp, all that I have left to do is clean up the Hitmonlee, and now it is time to head into the battle with Karen, so we're going to switch over to the stream audio for that one. Okay, we got to be careful now. Karen's brutal. I'm going to go for the Paralyzed Cure Berry. No, that's probably a mistake. Bitterberry, I mean, is probably better. Because I'm going to one-hit the Vileplume, so I'm not going to have to worry about that. So you get 2 max elixirs, 1 now, 1 before Lance. Let's go. By the way, her DVs are like near perfect in all her defensive stats. She is such a beast. Well, let's hope. Okay, good. Look at my Aeroblast accuracy, 62%, not very good. After 1 sand attack. But, nah. I don't want to hit. Yeah, this is the thing I'm most scared of. Okay, let's good. Please hit. If I don't hit in a Destiny Bonds or something, I'll be sad, but... Okay, we got this. Now, in some cases, the Paralyzed Cure Berry is useful here, because the Dragonites like to paralyze, but I'm going to one-hit everything, except, like... I'm going to one-hit all the Dragonites. Oh, I crit that. That's nice. So I should one-hit all these Dragonites now. 1. 2. Aerodactyl next. I'm not scared of its Rock Slide because my defense stat is so beastly. Let's Aeroblast this. Fire does resist Ice in Generation 2. It does not in Generation 1. That was a change they made. So we beat the champion. Sometimes Sabrina can be bad. I'm hoping this is not one of those days. She's one of the strongest Kanto gym leaders in Gen 2. Also, I love that art. Her art is... Yeah, this is why. The Espeon really likes to use Sand Attack turn 1, which can really mess you up. Luckily, she doesn't have much that can do much damage to me, so I shouldn't really be that worried. Looking bad for pace. I wish I was like 3 minutes faster than this right now. That would be ideal, I think. If I was like 112, I would be so happy. I would just be like, yeah, we got this. I would be 100% convinced. Right now, I'm not 100% convinced. I think I'll be blue at like 122, 121. So it's still possible, but it's going to be tight. And I gotta not get resets. And I'm scared I'm going to have resets on red. Ha! Swift at level 66. So weird. I guess it makes sense if you catch it at level 40, but... By the way, it has its own hidden power type, so it's not using hidden power ice on me. It reflects back its own hidden power type, so not a good one. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is later than I wanted to be here. We're not going to beat Ho-Oh's time. Ho-Oh is 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 5 seconds, and that is about to pass, so... But we are going to get out of here before 1 hour, 23 minutes. This guy talks for forever. He's old. Come on. Stop talking to me. I need to beat red. I'm skipping the rare candy outside Mount Silver. I don't need it. Okay, let's fight red. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, I'm stressed. So stressed. Yes, crit on the Blastoise right when I needed it. Good, good, good. Take the Espeon out. One hit, one hit, one hit. Good. Okay. Okay. Come on. 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 Crit on the Snorlax. Please crit. Oh, gosh. Got it. Okay. 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 We're obviously going to hidden power this because I need the Aeroblast for the Venusaur. I'm going to have to heal here. No! Do not do that to me. I literally did that. I knew it was risky, but I'm looking at the clock. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please, 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 please. Yes! Are you kidding me? Oh. This might be the most hype finish I've ever had. I cannot believe this. Terrible play throughout the entire run, and then 0.4 seconds under what I wanted it to be under. Yeah, literally not impossible to cut it closer than that. Oh gosh, yeah, my heart is going right now. Unfortunately, Lugia has not beat Dragonite's time or Ho-Oh's time, but it did beat its own time and qualify successfully for the S tier. Without mistakes, I definitely think Lugia could go faster. I don't know how long I lost because of my mistakes, but it was quite a long amount of time. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than 2 minutes. And in this case, it is more than 2 minutes. You might wonder how I know that, and of course, it is because I did another playthrough with Lugia. This is the 6th playthrough that I've done with this thing. I'm really hoping that it's gonna be the last one. So I should probably talk about why I think it is necessary to do another Lugia playthrough. And that's because after this stream, I did a Ho-Oh stream. And in the comment sections of both of those live VODs, I got a lot of feedback saying that if I skipped Sprout Tower and just went to Falkner right away, I would get a much faster time. And I think that is the case because Sprout Tower really slows both of these Pokemon down, primarily because they have Aeroblast and Sacred Power, and each of those moves only has 5 PP. This means you have to either use an escape rope to go back to the center to heal up, or you have to proceed through the tower with Struggle really slowing you down. Instead with Lugia, I can head straight into Falkner's gym and face the first trainer at level 7. By the way, Aeroblast with a critical hit can one-shot this Spearow. After that, I breeze through the next Bird Keeper, and now it is time to face Falkner. Of course, he leads with a Pidgey. I only have one use on Aeroblast left over, but I can one-shot it with this move. Next is Pidgeotto, and I'm going to have to use Struggle here to defeat it. That means I'm taking damage from Recoil as well as Gust every turn, and I'm going to need 5 hits to knock it out. However, because I can equip a berry to heal some of my health, Falkner isn't actually going to be able to defeat me. So with that, I have earned myself the first badge. So this time savings is really major for Lugia. I am 3 minutes and 20 seconds ahead in my Falkner split. However, there is a drawback to this. I'm not always one-hitting Pokemon now that I'm at a lower level. However, that doesn't matter because Bugsy is a very easy gym leader for Lugia to defeat. Here, I am still 3 minutes ahead of my former split, so I have maintained my time lead. By the time I get to Whitney, I've actually gained back a little bit more time. I am now 3 minutes and 26 seconds ahead, and from there, things are only going to get better. And that's because I really figured out how to deal with Lugia's moveset throughout the mid-game. Previously in my Lugia vs. Ho-Oh video, I was using a lot of moves like Recover and Safeguard, and then in the last playthrough I cut Safeguard out, but I did use Recover. Whereas in this case, I am not going to use any status moves. I am just going to be going for raw offensive might. In the spirit of that, I pick up the Sharp Beak, and then I immediately teleport back to Ecruteak City where I face Morty. Now, what the Sharp Beak does here is it gives Lugia guaranteed one-hits against all of Morty's Ghost-type Pokemon, even the Gengar. Of course, Chuck is next, and he is easy to defeat with Aeroblast. I have guaranteed one-hits on his Pokemon. And then after that, I head to Violet City to pick up the PP Up, which I figured out existed during my Ho-Oh playthrough. So this is really going to help Aeroblast out throughout the rest of the playthrough. After that, I implement a small time savings in the Rocket HQ. I can exit this area by using an escape rope rather than walking out. I think this saves like 2 or 3 seconds. Anyways, you take what you can get. After that, I have to face Price. This time, I am a few levels lower, but that doesn't impact this fight at all. I level up to level 33 after knocking the Seal out, and here I have a chance to use Recover, but I'm going to say no to this move because I don't need it. Next is Jasmine, and there is unfortunate news here. I do not have guaranteed one-hits on her Magnemites at level 33. It is a 95% chance that I one-hit them, and I actually don't get a good roll on the second Magnemite, so it survives, but luckily it just misses Thunder Wave and I finish it off. After that, I have to 2-hit the Steelix, but it's not really going to do that much to me with Iron Tail. So Jasmine is not a problem. And that brings us back to the rival fight where I got my one reset previously. Today, it is not going to play out that way because I know to use Aeroblast on the Golbat for maximum. It didn't one-hit. Are you kidding me? I was sure that was going to one-hit. Unfortunately, Lugia gets confused and then I knock the Golbat out. Next is Magnemite. This could get bad if it paralyzes me. Luckily, I snap out of confusion and knock it out in a single hit. From there on out, this fight is going to be much easier because my speed isn't cut, meaning I'm going to always move first against the Feraligatr, and it's not going to be able to para-flinch me with Bite. So, we're proceeding with no resets this time. Claire is very easy. I make it back to Will. This time I actually got the Spell Tag from Blackthorn City. This boosts the damage of Shadow Ball and makes Will's entire team a clean sweep, except for the Slowbro. I have to 2-hit it. After that, we're going to jump ahead to Karen. She is really the only scary member of the league for Lugia. That's just because the Umbreon is going to survive one hit and use Sand Attack. So with lowered accuracy, things could go wrong, but in this case, they don't, and I move on to Lance. Once again, this one is another easy victory for Lugia, and right now I want to examine exactly how far ahead I am when compared to my previous time. So Sprout Tower saved roughly 3.5 minutes, but how much time have I saved in the mid-game through better pathing and more optimal move choice, as well as moveset planning? Well, coming out of the Lance split, I am nearly 9 minutes faster than my previous playthrough. Of course, Kanto is very easy. I made a couple minor mistakes here, but as I'm defeating Blue, I am now 9 minutes and 27 seconds ahead of my former time. When my time is sub 1:15 and I'm talking to Oak in Pallet Town, I'm always a little bit frustrated because I just want to get to the end of the game as fast as is possible. Unfortunately for me, my experience doesn't line up quite well enough, so I need to fight 2 encounters before Mount Silver. However, I am going to skip the rare candy here just to save a little bit more time, because I'm only going to need level 65 to defeat Red. After all, Lugia has amazing defensive stats. Alright, so let's go into the final battle of the game. Unfortunately for me, because of where the clock is, I am not going to get a sub 1 hour and 15 time, but I am going to get a much better time than my last playthrough. Red sends in Blastoise second, I 2-shot it with Aeroblast. After that he sends in Espeon, and I can use Shadow Ball to take it out with 2 hits. Okay, so it's time for Snorlax. Now if Aeroblast doesn't crit, I'm going to get a 3-hit against it, and if Aeroblast does crit, which is what happens in this case, I get the 2-hit. With that out of the way, Red only has 2 Pokemon left. The Charizard, which I can 2-hit with Aeroblast followed by Shadow Ball, and then the Venusaur. I really thought Aeroblast was going to 1-hit, but it just barely doesn't, so I have to finish this thing off with Hidden Power. And with that, Lugia has to learn Swift, I guess. So I have to say no to that, and then Lugia clocks in with a time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 51 seconds, with 0 resets at level 66. This took 4 hours and 56 minutes of game time. Alright, let's go back to the tier list that I showed at the beginning of this playthrough, because we need to update it so that we add Ampharos into the list, and then, when we consider Lugia's new playthrough results, it has earned itself the top spot in the tier list. Honestly, I think this thing does deserve to be ahead of Celebi as well as Ampharos. Those two are great, and they're not very far behind Lugia. But today, this Pokemon has an expectedly legendary performance. However, I'm still gonna have to go back and try Ho-Oh when I skip Sprout Tower. So stay tuned for that video in the near future. Now, just before we close this video out, I want to reshuffle the tier list because I think that S-Class Performance is a time that is under an hour and 20 minutes now. So that means Dragonite is going to be demoted to the A tier, and we're going to have only 4 Pokemon in the S tier. A lot of you have mentioned if this update with Sprout Tower is going to make me go back and do a lot of redos for a bunch of other Pokemon, and the answer is sort of yes. For any Pokemon that are in the A tier or are decently good, I think that cutting Sprout Tower is going to have a major impact. However, for Pokemon like Pineco that's way down at the bottom of the tier list, like, Sprout Tower really doesn't matter. You need the levels early on. Yeah, I'm not going to be going back and redoing that playthrough. Anyways, that's it. Like, subscribe, ring the chime echo, and comment because I gotta read them all. If you're a supporter on Patreon or through YouTube memberships, thank you so much. It means the world to me. If you made it this far, you're incredible. I'll see you in my next video.